What's up guys, it's James from Basketball Noise. As you can see, I've got some artwork here. It is of the GOAT in my personal opinion. If you think someone else is a GOAT, put it in the comments below. But today we are going to go through Michael Jordan's jersey numbers because obviously the number 23 is synonymous with the GOAT, Michael Jordan. However, it's not the only jersey number he wore, and not many people know this. People know the 23 and the 45, but they don't know much more about that. So I am going to go into this now. So how did Michael Jordan end up with the number 23 jersey? It all started in Laney High School where Michael Jordan started his basketball career, and it was actually sibling rivalry which ended him up with him being number 23. Larry Jordan, who was purportedly the better basketball player when they were younger, wore the number 45, and Michael just half the number. Obviously, half of 45 is 22.5, so he rounded up Jordan and went for number 23, and that's how he started out with the 23 jersey. Sibling rivalry. So if you watched The Last Dance, Michael Jordan went to North Carolina. There's a bit in that documentary where his coach at the time was saying Michael Jordan was the only person who could ever turn it on and off, and he never turned it off. I love that bit of The Last Dance. And Jordan wore the number 23 in North Carolina and also led them to NCAA championship. So he was great player in college, and surprising that he only went number 3 in the NBA draft. But has anyone ever noticed, well, Michael Jordan wasn't at the NBA draft? Do you ever see any clips of Michael Jordan at the NBA draft? No, you don't. The reason being was he was with the USA team for the 1984 Olympics that was being held in LA, I believe, at that time. And that is where we get onto Michael Jordan's next jersey number, because under the Olympic rules, you couldn't go up to 23. You had to go from 4 to 15. And this is where Jordan's next jersey number comes in. Michael Jordan opted for the number 9 jersey, and the US team absolutely dominated at the 1984 Olympics, and they picked up a gold medal. Also, when the Dream Team was established for the 1992 Barcelona Olympics, Jordan chose number 9 again and picked up another gold medal. Also, you would have seen this in the Last Dance documentary. If you haven't seen it, I'm just going to give you a little spoiler, is that basically the USA team was not sponsored by Nike, but Nike was, well, Jordan's brand. So Jordan was very clever. He got a USA flag and put the USA flag, so there was no other sponsorship, so that could be used with Michael Jordan because he was covering the sponsor's logo with the USA flag. Bit of genius, bit of GOAT mentality there from the GOAT. So Valentine's Day 1990, Chicago Bulls are playing the Orlando Magic. You know, Jordan is the star of the NBA. Let's not joke about that. He is the star. He's one of the legends, okay? All these jokes about GOAT and all that, I can't bother to get into that. But he is an absolute legend in the NBA. So much so that someone went into the locker room and stole the number 23 jersey that Jordan was going to wear that night. So Jordan didn't have a jersey to play in. So this is the one game, well, not the one game, but a game where Jordan didn't win number 23 and he had to wear the number 12 instead. So Jordan did once wear the number 12 for the Chicago Bulls. So once Chicago done the three-peat of NBA titles, Jordan left to go and play baseball, and the Chicago Bulls retired the number 23 jersey. And whilst Jordan was playing for the Birmingham Barons, he wore the number 45, and that was his number for baseball. Now, we all know the story. Jordan came back. He wrote that simple letter which just said, "I'm back." And quite frankly, he decided to wear the number 45. He thought number 23 was a different phase of his life, and he was going to wear the number 45. So Jordan wore the number 45 for the first part of his return to the Chicago Bulls. So on Jordan's return, he wore the number 45. That's what he was registered with. And he played 22 games wearing the number 45. And on the 23rd game, what came out? 23 jersey. Jordan was back in the 23. He meant business. And unfortunately, because he was registered with the number 45 jersey, the Chicago Bulls were fined for every game which Michael Jordan wore the number 23 jersey, and it cost the Chicago Bulls $100,000 in fines for Michael Jordan wearing the number 23 jersey. So as we know, Michael Jordan retired after another three-peat with the Chicago Bulls, and then following 2001 terrorist attacks in America, he decided to join the Washington Wizards, where he donated all his salary to the various charities that were set up after the attacks. And at Washington Wizards, Jordan also won the 23, and I've got this lovely jersey that I picked up at a vintage store. So it was a throwback jersey, which they did. And so obviously Washington Wizards were previously the Washington Bullets, and Jordan wore the 23, as you can see. I don't know how many of these are knocking about these days, but I'm really happy I got this jersey. And that was the final number of Michael Jordan. He wore the 23, and that is why it's so synonymous with him. He won 6 NBA titles with number 23 on his back, and great player, really is. So that's enough. I don't really want to talk about whether he's the GOAT or not, because everyone's got their own opinions. It's obviously just my opinion, but those are the jersey numbers of Michael Jordan.